Good day, everyone. My name is Charlie Adan, and my partner's name is Lester Franco, and we are going to present three strategies under the word recognition domain. Word recognition is an essential skill for the development of reading comprehension, and it must be accurate and fast to achieve this goal. In this video, we are going to talk about the three models, strategies, and methods that facilitate word recognition. First, blending and segmenting. Second, syllabication and/or marking vowels. Third, Phono-Graphix.
For the word recognition, here are the first two strategies: segmenting and blending. It is fundamental for an individual to learn the blending and the segmenting of sounds. This is a skill that is essential in order for them to read and spell words as they break down spoken words into individual sounds. What is blending and what is segmenting? According to Reading Rockets, blending is the putting together of sounds, while segmenting is separating these sounds apart. Why teach blending and segmenting? First, it is important to teach students to identify the sounds in words or the phonemic awareness, because that is where we establish the foundation of teaching phonics. Still, according to Reading Rockets, this is not only designed for beginning readers, but also to those learners who may be at risk of having difficulty in reading. How to teach blending and segmenting? For the beginning readers, the instruction of blending and segmenting shall start with the phoneme level. The teacher can begin with 2 phonemes, then progress to words with 3 phonemes. Thereafter, begin the teaching of segmenting words into syllables, and consequently, from compound words to individual words. You can also ask students to segment the individual words from the sentences. How to teach blending? Remember that blending is putting together the sounds. Here is an example. Start with 2 phoneme words with continuous sounds. The word is am. The second one is a 3 phoneme word with continuous sounds. Sun, sun, sun. How to teach segmenting? Remember that segmenting is the pulling of sounds from one another. Let's begin with this word. It's a 2 phoneme word with continuous sounds. O, o, n, o, n, on. Another one. A word with 3 phoneme words or sounds. A, t, a, t, mat. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using blending and segmenting for word recognition? For the advantages, the students can recognize the shape of the letters and their corresponding sounds. They can spell the words by sounding out the letters. For the disadvantages, they do not focus on the word or meaning comprehension. They can create confusion to the students because not all words are spelled phonetically. We shall now proceed to the next strategies.
Syllabication and/or marking vowels. What is syllabication? According to study.com, syllabication is dividing words into their syllable. When breaking down words into syllables, it is necessary to recognize the vowels and understand their sounds, as they play a key role in syllabication. The vowels are essential in determining how many syllables a word has, and can also affect the pronunciation and meaning of a word. Therefore, correctly identifying and marking the vowels is crucial in mastering the art of syllabication. For example, but, ter, help, full, add. Why teach syllables? Breaking words into smaller parts or chunks can speed up the process of decoding. Familiarity with the rules of syllable division can enhance students' ability to read words accurately and fluently. Furthermore, comprehension of syllables can assist students in correctly spelling words. What are the steps for planning and implementation of each strategy? First, compile a list of words that demonstrate different syllabication rules. Create a lesson plan that introduces the concept of syllables, vowel sounds, and the basic rules for dividing words into syllables. Explain syllables and the importance of multiple vowel sounds, like syllable types and short and long vowels. Demonstrate dividing words into syllables and marking vowels using the board or digital resources. Indicate how vowels should be pronounced within syllables. Encourage students' participation by asking them to identify the vowel sounds and suggest where to divide words. For students who struggle with the practice and have a disability, use the scaffolds method. Provide students with a list of words to divide into syllables and mark vowels independently. Offer feedback and clarification as needed. Engage students in games or challenges that require them to apply their knowledge or syllabication, and marking vowels in real time, such as timed syllable sorting and marking vowels activity. Advantages. Teaching method enables students to be more mindful of their pronunciation, aware of the origin and structure of words, and enhances their analytical skills. Showing syllable types through action makes complex ideas easy to grasp and remember, and linking movement to meaning for better understanding and use. Disadvantages. Individuals with dyslexia often struggle with phonological loop, which requires holding small pieces of information, including phonological memory storage, for a short time while interpreting speech. Defining syllables can be complicated due to various factors, including phoneme functions and different opinions on determining exact boundaries.
Our next approach for the word recognition is called Phono-Graphix. What is Phono-Graphix? Phono-Graphix is an approach that adheres to the concepts of English codes, the nature of learners, and the skills that they need in recognizing words. For the English written codes, first, the letters are pictures of sounds. In the example, the word mop is represented by 3 different phonemes: m, a, p, mop. Secondly, the sound pictures can be represented with more than one letter. In the example, float, the sounds are f, l, o, t. The sound o is a combination of 2 letters, o and a, joined by one sound picture. Next, there is a variation in the code. The word float, for example, has the sound O, which is represented by the sound picture O plus A. This code can vary though. O sound in the word float, that is spelled as O and A, can also be heard on the words toe, with O spelled as a combination of O and E, and with the word bow, with O as a combination of O and W. Lastly, for the overlapping of code, it is possible that the combination of 2 letters can be sounded differently, as in the sounds of O and W in the words flown and down. The skills needed in the Phono-Graphix are, first, segmenting, or the separation of sounds. The second is the blending, or the combination of sounds. And third is the phoneme manipulation. The student must be able to try the possible sounds that a sound picture might represent. If the A and W don't make sense, for the word crown, the learner can remove away those 2 letters and then try the combination of A and O, until such time the learner figures that it is the combination of O and W as the correct letter combination for the missing sound. What are the advantages and disadvantages of Phono-Graphix? For the advantages, the students can practice their skills in recognizing the sounds and phonemes. It utilizes different strategies to help learners increase their phonetic awareness. For the disadvantages, the instruction is explicit and is more applicable only in a one-on-one basis or small groups. A lot of preparation and training for teachers may be required, especially to facilitate the instruction among the students with reading difficulty. Let us now compare the 3 strategies. For the target students, all the approaches, blending and segmenting, syllabication and marking vowels, and the phonographics can accommodate students of all abilities, including the struggling ones. The blending, segmenting, and phonographics can be used among the kindergarten to second graders, while the syllabication and marking vowels are more appropriate to second and third graders because of the more complex concepts. For the materials, all the approaches can utilize flashcards, flip charts, or teacher-made presentations that contain a list of letters for segmenting and blending, and syllabicated words for the syllabication and marking vowels. A lot of preparation is needed for the syllabication, marking vowels, and photographics because a more variety of words and visuals can be used. As for the segmenting and blending, only a little preparation is needed. All of the approaches can be used for the students before, during, and after their reading activities. Lastly, the segmenting, blending, syllabication, and marking vowels can be done on a one-on-one basis, small group, and for the whole class. On the other hand, the phonographics is more appropriate for a one-on-one basis or small group instead of a whole class for the mastery and a more rigid practice.
Demonstration.
Let us now start the segmenting and blending. Remember that segmenting is the pulling out of sounds and that blending is the combination of sounds. Let us try these two words. For the segmenting, let's begin. Ah. Ah. Your turn. Very good. Let's have the second word. Ah. Ah. Your turn. Very good. Now let us try blending. We are going to combine the sounds of the letters. Like this. Lap. 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 Your turn. Very good. How about the second word? Map. 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 Your turn. Very good.
After exploring 3 key strategies in word recognition, we are ready to piece together our analysis and conclusion. First, the discussed approaches, blending and segmenting, syllabication and marking vowels, and phonographics are appropriate for the emerging readers. Second, research and theorists must inform the choice and strategy of teachers in utilizing the approaches. Teacher training is encouraged so the teachers can have the appropriate and enough knowledge and skill in accommodating all types of learners, especially those with reading disabilities or difficulties. Now, let us simplify and connect these recommendations and insights to see how they help us read better, making reading easier and more enjoyable for everyone. First, the 3 methods are doable in the class because the materials are easily prepared and that a lot of studies supports the implementations of these methods or approaches in the class. These word recognition methods are applicable to the class because the phonemic awareness or sound recognition of students serve as their foundation in reading. The choice of method shall be informed by the learner's specific needs, challenges, and abilities or disabilities. When a learner has mastered the required skill of a particular approach, then it is best for him or her to proceed to the next one, whichever is appropriate. Blending and segmenting can be the best approaches as they encompass all the strategies since these two involve the letter sound recognition. However, it is believed that an approach only becomes best if it can essentially address the needs of the learner or reader. Let's thank the helpful guides and studies that showed us how to understand reading better through word recognition strategies. Thank you.